Bam!
That one still has teleport.
And this one, he's going to continue fighting him. This one will move up.
Uh-oh.
Trail back. Oh, and this one is still there.
Oh, yeah.
Fake.
Oh, yeah.
He moves up to the So let's start. So Bear, one of these ones with the 2 axes, starts hacking into you as wildly as it can.
Lovely.
That is a 20 to
That'll hit.
Yep. So first hit, you take 5 points of damage. Second one is a 12 to hit.
That'll hit.
Take another 5 points of damage.
You're the one who
Fab.
They'll be back. And if
How
the
low are you
Geth
on
don't
bear
kill us,
form?
we'll die of hunger.
I have to go.
19. Okay, you're alright. You've got more hit points than anyone in the party at this point.
Yeah.
Probably.
You
I
still got
know.
more hit points than I have.
Stranger
when
elf.
When I'm
2 of these
Lord.
regular
Yeah.
orcs come up to you, swinging these battle axes, these crude axes towards you. Natural 20 on the first one. That's only a 2 damage that I rolled 1, so that becomes 2. You take 3 damage as one of these like nicks your neck slightly, just like cuts your neck ever so slightly. And then the second one attempts to attack you, but only gets a 6 to hit. So just again, you just parry that away with
Can't
one
stop.
of
Tis but a
I have to deal with
scotch.
the water shortage.
Is there anything I can do?
the just snarls at
Find
you.
the mines and turn them back on.
Orc noises.
Until this colony is dry.
Trelamar, even in your weakened state, one of these regular orcs goes to swing for you.
Not the best shot.
That is a 22.
Do it again.
What? You had 5 hit points, right?
Yeah.
I did 4 damage to you.
At least I'm still alive.
As it cuts deep into your
For
into
God's sake!
stomach.
See, this is because
did you tear my coat
gone.
in the
He's
process?
It did
next
tear your
target.
coat a bit.
My cape.
Your Inverness cape, Inverness cape, not a coat.
It's not a coat.
His Inverness cape has already taken a rip from
So
when
much.
I pulled him through a window.
Yeah.
So the one who teleported behind you goes to make an attack.
What, to run up with you?
He
Yeah,
teleported
behind
behind you. Yeah.
Bugger.
Another natural 20. I promise you guys, I'm not fudging these. I've rolled 4 natural 20s tonight.
It's fucking ridiculous.
He's angry.
Then waited.
I rolled another 1 for damage. You take this time it is slightly more because these are stronger. You take 5 points of damage as again it kind of just nicks through part of like your
How are
wrist.
you?
Just like it just catches your wrist quite badly and causes quite a deep gash.
It's like in Deadpool when he breaks his wrist.
Yeah.
That is everybody. So Stranger Elf.
Strange danger.
You have 2 in front of you and 1 behind you.
Let's go for the
2 in front.
2 in front of me.
Yep.
13.
That's a hit.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cut one of them down where he stands.
Nice.
Did my vocal alarm?
It did, yes.
Probably brought more.
But remember,
orcs.
6 seconds. Every round, 6 seconds.
18.
18, yeah, that hits as well.
9.
9 damage. You cut the other one down.
Oh my god.
So just slash. These 2 orcs fall to the ground, dead.
I am feeling good today.
Elora, there is 1 next to you and then 1 just within range. You got it.
Can I go for the one that's attacking Trell and Cam?
It's just this one. You can't hit this one, which is attacking Trell. This one is attacking Cam.
Okay, I'll get that one.
Okay. Help.
Double attack again. 17. 12?
That is not enough to hit him. Oh no, this one, yes, it does hit.
12?
Just.
Okay,
Just hits
so-
him. He almost dodges out of the way, but you just managed to bite onto his shoulder.
5 points damage.
5 damage.
And then my claw. 16. To
16
hit.
points of damage. Yep, that hits.
No,
Nice.
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yep.
5, 10, 11, 12, 14 points of damage.
On that one roll.
On the claw.
Right, yeah, you murder him. Just like tear his head
I was getting
off.
ready with my
I was like
mace.
14 total or like 14?
No, 14 damage.
On that one. No, that claw just rips his head off. Just.
There's nothing
I'm
left.
just
There's
stood
just
with my
blood
mace.
coating this room now.
This room is just gonna
It's
be full
coated.
of gore.
It's coated with it's corpses, blood, everywhere.
Gut.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting. Cam Buckland. There is like this guy next to Trell, who is also next to you.
Okay, I'm gonna swing my mace.
Make an attack roll.
Please hit something.
Not me.
10!
Or with strength and proficiency bonus. You're proficient with it as well.
Oh, I'm proficient.
Yeah.
12.
That hits.
Holy shit, you hit something!
Are you using it two-handed?
Yes.
Okay, so it's
So I
D8.
dropped everything else.
So D8 plus strength plus 1 for damage.
I have no strength, and I rolled a 1.
Plus 1. 2. You know what
Oh.
though?
Was that enough?
Kills him. These things are very weak and meant to be a threat in numbers. just smash his face in, just like this mace is so heavy and it's so like the head is so barbed and like bladed. Yeah, there's a picture of it. Just that makes a squelching noise as you pull it out.
Just
Eyeballs
drop it.
fly
Yeah,
out.
just
Drop the
like
mace.
Hate maces. No one's dead. Trelamar. There are 2 of these orcs left. One of which is fighting the elven commander that you saw earlier, and the other one which is fighting the strange elf and Elora. You are currently.
I'm
Hide on
going
the
to
table.
attack the one that's attacking the woman. What's her name?
Okay. Yep.
Pelor.
Commander. Paylor.
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 Paylor is a god. Paylor is a
Paylor.
Paylor is a god.
Yeah, I'll blast.
Yeah. Why not? Summon the Eldritch power. 9. Summon the energy again, but as it's fighting, the blast sails over and it bounces off part of the wall, just smashing loads of like.
Got him.
Destroys them. They're dead. Her go.
There's only one orc left, right?
Yeah.
2.
Two.
One by Paler and one behind.
One behind me.
Oh.
Yeah. 6.
You don't want to go down there.
You're not
She's
stopping
gonna
me.
action surge.
Maybe I will stop you. How would you like that?
So the one fighting her, the one that you just missed, you can see she swings with her blade, cuts deep, and then with like a surge of adrenaline, she swipes back again.
What's the
again,
matter
causing
with
another
you?
deep gash, but it's
Just
still up
invoking
fighting.
the master's blood.
And then the orcs, this
Helps
one,
remind me I'm still alive.
it's probably going to
You're
go
here
for
for the
you.
geth,
In fact,
aren't
actually,
you?
it's going to do one attack against you, one
Not the
attack
only
against
I
you.
don't have
It's
time
two
for
weapons.
this.
Well, don't stop.
24, 22. Say 5 points of damage as this axe cuts into you and you. Another natural 20. Like, I can't
I'm
believe
going
it.
to fucking kill your dice.
I wish I had a camera on these dice. Like, I really wish, because I've rolled 5. I rolled 5
We
natural
trust
20s.
you, Mark. It's
Right,
fine.
I know,
What's the
but it's just
damage?
ridiculous. This is not mathematically. This is
What's
dumb.
the damage?
We're cursed. You're blessed.
9 points of damage.
Fucking hell.
Cuts into your neck. You're in bear form. You've not taken
Doesn't
any
matter,
damage as
I
a Laura.
You've got loads of.
You got loads.
Not anymore.
As this axe head just buries deep into your neck, the one fighting Paler will try and strike her. It's not going to hit. That's not going to hit, and she just deflects both of them, parrying the blows away. Stranger Elf. There are 2 remaining. One is attacking Commander Paler, the other one is right next to you, in fact, actually.
I'm gonna go straight for the one attacking Paler. I'm gonna run.
So
across the
if you do
table.
that, you will get an attack opportunity from the one next to you. You could also send your owl, who is currently up in the rafters. You can exchange your attack for him to attack. You can command it. You can be like, kill!
Turning this last
Point.
valve appears to have activated the system.
It's in your column on the far left and at the bottom on your main sheet.
That one there.
Yeah, so yeah, and then if
Does
you look
it
down.
see the right damage?
Basically, it's always the damage.
No.
Sure, it's a D4 plus 2. Kill. This owl, woo! It's large owl though. Like it's not like a little barn owl. Like it's a big, scary, phallic.
What skill we got with that?
It's still like a small. It's like a really big. I don't know.
It's an owl!
It's like an eagle, but
Right.
like an owl. So like a big American eagle, not like a giant eagle, but it's got a big bird. Like woo! Woo!
I rolled a 19.
Yep.
It doesn't get any pluses. Does it?
Yeah, it does get it starts taking away D4 plus 2 damage.
4.
Yep.
3.
It starts tearing its face through the back out one of its eyes, but it's like sweating away at this owl, doesn't know what to do. You can use your bonus action to attack the one next to you as well still.
Can I get the owl to attack again? Or?
No, because you get the second attack because of the 2 weapons rather than because of anything else.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
That hits.
5.
Again, this deep, and it like pierces through its chest. It's like, I'm alive. And it's still alive, like it's just barely hanging on to its life. Elora, you'll go.
So the one beside me.
Yep.
Again. 10 doesn't hit.
10 does not hit, no, unfortunately.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Doesn't hit.
No, you
Nothing hits.
kind of being wounded, you're moving a bit slower in the form, like the wounds are starting to wear thin. You swipe and bite, but this thing just manages to barely get out of the way, keeping its life. Cam Buckland.
I'm going to hop over the bear, like jump on the bear and leap at this dude whilst getting a dagger out.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Sure.
Do you not get around?
He wants to leap over the bear onto the 6. You go to leap over the bear, but it's not the same size as the wolf, which you're kind of used to jumping on, and you just kind of trip onto its fleshy fur and just like and like land on top of the bear, like sprawling over it and
Can I
slide
just like
off.
shrug him off?
Yeah, it just falls prone
Okay.
right in front of the orc. You can still attack, disadvantage.
Alright.
Can he not get up as well? No, he can.
I will attack
He's
use
used
the
to
advantage.
Yep.
Between underneath the bear's
Okay.
belly. 12.
That hits. You like slip under and you realise he's so busy fighting against the bear, his dick is exposed.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
The dagger's like, we go into slow-mo as
Tunnel
the
vision.
dagger starts going upwards. He's got one hit point left, so you're gonna kill him. Like, you literally pierce through. You just hear him howl in pain. And you twist it, and then he just like,
I don't look.
and convulses
It's horrible.
and falls to the ground.
Horror.
You just see this human man jump on the bear, but sort of trip and fall under it, and then just this arm with a knife stick into the orc's crotch.
Damn.
And fall down. That's all of your actions. Trelemar.
All targets down.
Well, is anyone left there? Isn't
There is one left
There is
fighting the
one.
commander, yeah.
Right.
Wait, is this one of the ones with tattoos still? I want to talk to them.
What would you like to do, Trelemar? It's your turn. You could blast it. You got spell. Oh, you've cast 2 spells today, so
Yeah.
you're out of
So you're
spells.
out.
Right, I suppose.
Eldritch Blast cantrip though, isn't it?
Yeah, Eldritch. You can Eldritch blast.
Oh, you can
Yeah, I
do
can
that
do
one,
that,
right,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking if you wanted to do like suggestion or anything. Right.
Can I
What would you like to do? I like these questions. Like, the can I is my favourite question.
leap onto the table?
Yep.
Can I make my? Can I?
You've got loads of movement left. That's
Oh, can
5.
Can I take out one of my short swords
Yeah.
and try and leap onto the back of this?
Oh,
orc
God.
and
Yep. Give me an
stab him?
acrobatics check.
Everybody get your casting cure spells ready.
Oh, 5.
5. You go to leap, but you kind
stop
of
jumping.
I know, yeah.
your
Never
foot
do anything
slips
involving
at the last minute.
acrobatics.
And falls onto
The
his
whole
axe.
Do I
place is
just
really
slip
slippery with
off the
blood.
table?
You slip off the table, land on your back. But
Is there like a
again-
coaster on it or something?
Yeah, it's like a dinner plate that was there, like set out, or like it was probably a map actually, like
Where
a
does
piece
the
of
dinner-
parchment,
oh.
and just like
I'm
whoa,
grateful for
and you
what
slipped
you've
on
done,
it.
but your
You land on the
heroics
ground. You can still
don't
attack,
impress
but you're at
me.
disadvantage, so you have to roll twice and take the lowest. But that's with
can you
whether
tell
it's
me
Eldritch
about
I
Blast
can't
or
tell you
whatever.
anything about that.
I'll just blast him in the arse.
So disadvantage, so take roll twice, take the lowest.
Oh, that was a natural 20.
Well, let's see if you can roll another one of those. It's a natural 20.
That was a 13.
That's still gonna be a hit though.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
That hits. He's on 1 hit point. How would you like to kill him? You're underneath him.
Go on.
What is it with you two?
No, I'm not going to go for the gonads. I'm just
Are you
going
the captain of
to
this
blast him in the
pirate?
arse.
I wish
Yeah, you're not gonna go for the balls, just the back pass.
It kind
Yeah.
of launches him upwards, and then his body just kind of gets split in half by the beam, and just you get blood and gore all over you. A little bit in your mouth.
That's one
Still
colonoscopy
need the
you don't
power
want to have.
cells.
It's really nasty.
Thank you, Commander.
We are out of initiative, and I think that's a really great time to take a little break. So we're going to take a 5-minute break here, guys, and then we will come back to see the results of this encounter.
Please
So-
enjoy the fan art.
Enjoy the fan art. Yes, we're going to play the fan art during this. Thank you very much again, Trot, for doing this video for us. So, Steve, if we can get that queued up and played while we take a little break, that would be marvellous.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to see how this all plays out.
Thank you again, Commander.
You'll have to forgive my wife. Calantha's not in her right mind. I can't think of any Please do.
Hello, off-worlder. But they... Yes. That's better.
I'm not gonna catch it.
I can't see any significant.
Just let her rest. She just needs rest. Watch out! Scouts! Oh, they'll be here any minute. I don't know how much more I can take.
Dead and done. Just the way I like this rubble makes good cover for snipers. point.
Well, it's been proven in tests that music helps people take in information, especially if they've just been cloned. What? Don't worry about it. Just covers the basics, you know. Brainwashing, thought control, cafe menu. Simple stuff we all need to know, yeah? Alright, cool. Welcome to Yog Labs, the home of innovation, where the only limit is your limited imagination. Sometimes things can maybe get a bit out of hand, so we've got a plan that you need to understand. Page 4, don't ever disturb the certificates while they're working.
Oh, I might have already done that. Where have you got it?
Page 7, don't ever go in that room that has the black door on level 3.
Why? What's in there?
Don't worry about it, it's fine. You still with me, Simon? Good to hear it. Let's carry on, shall we? Here in Yog Labs.
We've got movement. Some kind of vehicle. Not one of the Geth.
They must be close enough to see us.
Forget them. We need to find the Geth.
Gravity could be radiation or a rigged space-time reality. So page 13, if the microchip in your neck starts to itch, don't scratch it.
What the hell, Lewis?
That's close enough.
Relax, Jong. They're obviously not Geth.
Get that, Juliana. Who are you? What do you want?
I suggest you put that weapon down unless you're ready to use it.
Don't worry about him. He only cares about the company.
And you trust too easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Fidan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
I said they were probably all dead.
They're surviving, but the Geth really hit them hard.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
Don't worry about that.
Just tell me where I can find them.
You see? They're not here to save us. We should just wait for company support before we...
Ignore him. The Geth are up in the Exogeny headquarters, just a bit further along the Skyway.
Those headquarters are private property, soldier. Remove the Geth and nothing else.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
They shouldn't waste time poking around. We can do a proper accounting of our casualties after the Geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking about. She's still alive. I know it.
What was the building used for?
Oh, yeah, we repurposed that structure to serve as headquarters for Exogeny. That's mostly offices with a number of light-duty R&D labs.
Exogeny is a master at repurposing anything and everything.
The company has to make a profit somehow, Juliana. Ferros is a long way from self-sufficient.
Stay bunkered down until I...
Of course. And please remember...
Exogeny could have prevented all this in the first place. I hope you can get us out of this mess.
Hello and welcome back to High Rollers. Thank you very much for sticking with that. I hope you enjoyed the fan art. Thank you very much for sending it in. As always, if you'd like to
everybody wants
send any
something.
fan art, we're sorry if we don't show everything. It's just sometimes stuff gets lost.
Everything should have been shown.
Everything should have been shown. Everything should have been. But yeah, it wasn't.
All you need to do is find my console.
You can send it to community@yogscast.com as an email, or you can post it on Tumblr, Twitter.
Of course,
High Rollers DMZ getting
Yeah, High Rollers D&D
send
Twitter,
it
on
to-
Tumblr, put it in the Roll
Tell me
on
about
Sunday
I'm a
tag.
freelancer.
That's the
That's
one we check.
Time to
That's
get
the one I
moving.
was
For
going to
fan
keep in
art.
mind. So roll on Sunday on
Roll on
Tumblr
Sunday.
or tweet it at High Rollers DND.
Use the same hashtag on there too.
Yep. I'll try and do that because I'm on break now, and we'll smooth it out a little bit and everything else. So,
Thank you, Alan.
Alan Such for music, yes, thank you. Such, Into the World of Dragons. So, the bodies scattered around the room of all these orcs. You watch as the commander kind of like breathes in deeply a few times, kind of looks around. She still seems alert. The portal behind you opens and several guards now rush in, hearing your message.
Just on time.
I clap them as they all walk past.
They kind of look at you strangely. She's just kind of like, the commander looks and she's like, yes, clear these bodies away. We must get the queen somewhere safe and we'll move her downstairs.
Can I drop my back? Yeah. Sit down and
What?
And it was an action to cast.
It's a 10-minute casting time, so I'm going to just do this.
Okay.
Up to 6 creatures of my choice, so Bam Bam.
I don't need it.
Commander.
Yep.
Do you need it?
Yep.
Boop.
I don't need it.
Anyone that needs it in this room, basically, because I do 6 people.
Okay.
Myself.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's 2d8 plus my spell.
So roll that summary now. Because you're going to be in here for more than 10 minutes, so.
You owe us for this. The Skyway is crawling with death.
All
Every
round.
is 10. So that happens after 10 minutes though. So the guards just like clear this property. Lieutenant.
My commander, I can only apologise for the fact that everyone else is late. I kind of look around at all the other guards while I say that.
The guards like, we're sorry, Commander. The orcs they attacked the wall as well at the same time. It seems. We heard the strange message. We're not sure where it came from, and we rushed up here as soon as we could, those of us that could be spared. She's like, how is the wall? Is it defended? And they're like, yes. It seemed to only be a small force. They just engaged us, probably to keep us busy. She's like, yes. I suspect that was their plan.
Wait. Shut down the car.
She came back.
We've got incoming gas. Damn it.
She looks around.
Car.
She's just like, thank you, Laura, for your assistance. She looks at you. There is a
Better thank me.
Then she
Do that.
She doesn't say thank. She doesn't say thank you. She kind of looks at you with this kind of what is your game look, but she doesn't say anything. She's kind of like looking at you suspiciously.
I want to say to her, I trust you won't need to take my companions to a jail anytime soon.
I believe that we can perhaps forego that, seeing as you have improved your usefulness. Amaris waves his hands and the shield breaks down. Payla, immediately you see a change in her personality, and she looks to the Queen with the most genuine look of concern you've probably seen out of this woman the whole time you've been here.
I dropped one knee.
You do that as she runs up. The commander turns around, does the same thing, but there's a moment where you can see like almost like a bit of tears in her eyes, like she kind of like drops very, very quickly. And the Queen kind of stumbles. She's like, "No, please, Commander, Lieutenant, please stand, please. This is no time for formalities. We must prepare." What Amris? What was that? How did they manage to breach our defenses? And she's like, "I'm afraid I do not know, My Majesty. They used fey magic to teleport in here. Magic I've never seen. In all my years, I've not seen magic. Oh, and then he looks over. Like, I believe that Dark Elf displayed similar magic to the one I saw before. Are you a arcane practitioner? Trelemar, wasn't it?
I am indeed.
Are you a studied man of magic, or do you gain powers from some other source? It is quite important that
My powers come from.
And it looks at you a little bit uncertain. He's just like, you perhaps are dealing with very powerful any of the kind or any of the priests would know. This is something more. The commander turns around, she stands up, she obviously gestures like, to follow suit as well. We must prepare, we must move the Queen. Amris juts in, he's like, I do not believe that necessary. If they can reach this sanctum, they can reach any part of the spire. I'm afraid I do not know.
They seemed quite intent on killing the Queen.
Yes.
I think that her safety should be.
There is
your
nowhere
main
else.
concern.
If they can reach us here, they can. You're right. Are you all right? Are you well?
It's quite dusty in this room, you see.
Yes, it's all the blood.
Yeah.
If they can reach us in this spire, this has the strongest enchantments of protection magics I can muster. If they can reach us here, they can reach us in any part of the spire. You mentioned something of a green hunter. At this point, Cam has been sitting quite meditatively, and then suddenly there is a rush of energy. The golden light kind of spills out from Cam.
That's what I make. The noise I make.
This golden light, just your wounds neat, they heal, everybody gets 10 hit points back. You see the commander kind of like taking a deep breath as all of her things are knitted, and she's like, they look at you with like a surprise.
Does he always?
It happens frequently, yes.
Just get up. Dust myself off.
As you look around, because you kind of went into the meditative state quite quickly, you didn't pay attention, you see probably one of the most beautiful elven women you've ever met in your life. She wears a long, elegant gown with silver and gold. Her hair, this is the queen.
Right.
Her hair is various strands of different colours, copper, red, brown, little bits of gold, like almost golden hair kind of woven in amongst it. And she just looks striking, very delicate features, a golden tiara on her head, large green eyes, and she is just gorgeous, you know, very regal, but in a kind of, not in a like, oh, she's, exactly, not in that sense, more in a kind of like, wow, kind of Kate Winslet, like, oh.
I step back a few with wide eyes, slack jaw a little bit, a bit of dribble, and just do a very over-the-top, elaborate bow. My lady lord lass of the elven kind. And I bow really deep, to the point where I could struggle to get back up again. 'Tis but an honor.
Thank you, human. I'm afraid I haven't learnt your names, Amorous and
Camulus Buckendthorpe.
Cam Buckland. His name is Cam.
Elora? And you look at her, and there is a slight recognition. You remember seeing, as she is the leader of this spire, you remember her being in the same meetings as your father. You were never formally introduced, but you do remember your father knew her quite well. And she's just like, Elora, is that you? And she kind of moves up to you, and she kind of like, it's like, oh, I didn't realise it was you that had come here. Amorous, why didn't you mention anything? She's like, oh, there was some complications outside. I didn't wish to trouble you with the matters just yet, Your Majesty.
Why do all these people know you?
Funny that. since we're
These
in a
two
royal
elven faces look
spire.
at you, like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. We haven't heard word from you. We weren't able to get word out to your father.
Yes,
is he well?
He is. He sent me. He sent me to find you, and I. If it wasn't for a Fey spirit, then we wouldn't have been able to get to you.
Thank goodness you're here. These orc attacks have plagued us since we arrived back in the material plane. We had hoped to join your father a little sooner, but there were the transition through the Feywild took longer than we expected. We wanted to come back almost as soon as he did, but as soon as we arrived, I mean, we've been plagued by these attacks for weeks now. And she just is just quite genuinely, you see, like there's almost a familiarity that only you really understand, being of a royal line as well. You understand that she probably wouldn't be very familiar with any of her staff or the people around her, so there's kind of this kind of unspoken familiarity there that you understand this a little bit better than most. And she's just like, thank you, Camulus?
Cam.
Buckendthorpe.
Cam. He likes to ham it up a little bit. Just
well,
be aware. It will take some getting used to.
I thank you for your help. And you see Pela kind of turns and just like, I thought you were some sort of performing fool, not a man of
I do that too.
Faith.
But,
I see.
We will not need monetary reward.
Really? Yeah. Interesting. I wasn't going to offer you any, but it's good to know.
Well, yes. Then I'm glad we're on the same page.
We can consider the matter outside before this attack forgotten about, shall we say?
I like your lieutenant, by the way. Cool work
yes,
with
please.
the scimitars there.
Allow me to introduce. This is Lieutenant. Name I can't remember. Please introduce yourself, Lieutenant. And she just
The Queen definitely knows my name, though, right?
Yeah. She does. Yeah,
like,
she definitely
otherwise,
does.
I am out of here.
No, she knows your name, but she wants to check that you know your. You know,
it's a test.
It's a test.
Lieutenant Torwin at Yildiz, reporting for duty, Mom. Torwin Yildiz.
Torwin. Pleased to meet you, Torwin. Man, you're a good fighter. I like that. Not quite as... I mean, yeah, you're really good. Well done.
I like your always a cocky gobshite.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that you had some issues with us being a companion with Trelemar here, and I hope that we've now proven.
The Queen looks at you and is just like, obviously it is quite unusual for us to be on friendly terms with the Dark Elves, but I am to understand that he is a companion of yours and you trust him?
He has been traveling with me for a while now, and we have fought together in battle.
I
and
trust your judgment.
He has gained my trust, so I feel that...
And he did, the Queen looks at Paler and does say, he did help us against the orcs. And it's like, I am willing to trust on your behalf, Ilora, if you trust him. Paler kind of seems like, if that is your wish, my majesty, and like looks at her, but there is that still... There's problems between the two. You did try to magically suggest her, and she's not forgotten that. But she kind of looks and she's just like, oh yes. Well, we should formulate a plan. And it's at this point that the body of the shaman that you killed, you notice there is a strong green glow coming from some sort of amulet he was wearing, like a glass sphere. And it's now beginning to glow. And a shimmering form, a kind of, not quite, very similar to illusions. You know illusion magic quite well, being up at Vantra. It's definitely some sort of illusion, but it seems to be being projected towards this amulet. You can see this cowled orc, these kind of like white marks across his face. They almost look like scars that have been painted. Glowing kind of green eyes, almost like a flame with magic. Kind of hooked and shouldered, and you can see a dark cloak, and you just kind of hear this.
It seems that my men have failed to kill you, Elf Queen.
And just kind of like seems to peer around the room almost as if searching for something.
Are you there?
Do I have an orc next to me, a dead orc?
Yes, you can find one of the bodies. The guards have started dragging them away, but you can probably still get one of them, yeah.
I just raise his arm up and wave. No, this one, look, this one's still alive.
Who? That is not an elven voice. Who are you?
I am Cam Buckland.
Well, Cam Buckland, I will enjoy killing you in exchange for my men, but you have at least proven something of a test for me. I suppose I should thank you.
You're welcome.
Not a problem. I have decided to contact you, as you have displayed strength, and offer an agreement. I do not care for your lives. I only want the tower. If the elves vacate by tomorrow sundown, no more blood must be spilled here. Leave the tower, abandon it, give it to my clan, and you may live.
Look, we need to get out of here.
Any suggestions?
I don't think
You can follow those cables, but there's death all over
responsible
the
for the
place.
tower.
The
orc.
Paler steps forward and is just like, be quiet, filth. We will have none of your deals. If you are brave enough to stand and fight us, we will destroy you. Again, this like voice just.
And what a foolish idea that would be when I can merely destroy you from the inside. Surely now realize my magic can send orcs I control deep in your spire. I shall kill you from the inside and smash your bodies against your own walls.
I kind of like stick my head out from my trailer at this point and go like, "Hi. What do you want the tower for?"
I wish it for him, the hunter who grants me power and will make me unstoppable.
I've heard the
What,
Green
so you
Hunters
just-
are worse.
You just need a new tower. You just,
Yes.
looking for some real estate.
I wished, what is it the humans say? Somewhere to hang my hat.
We all
You
say
don't have
that.
a hat.
Where is your
Silence.
hunter? Where is your hunter?
He is with me, where the elves buried him long ago. You have heard my terms, elves. Vacate or be destroyed.
And then the form shimmers away.
Can I do some sort of arcana check on the amulet?
Yeah, sure, give me an arcana check.
Good, it's a whole...
Amris comes up next to you and also seems to be doing the same thing.
Is there any loot
17.
that they have left around?
I'll come back to you in a second. 17, you are pretty sure this amulet, it's a very minor magical item. It's probably just a one-way communication thing. It looks like the user is able to project an illusion through it, probably to communicate orders or something like that, but it's only one way, so it can only receive, it cannot send.
Do you mind if I take this, Mr. King?
The mage, well, there is no king, there is the mage who brought you up here. He's just
the mage man.
He's just like, oh, yes, do you understand its purpose? I have not seen devices like this.
Yes, yes.
Cam, if that's able to broadcast anything that we are discussing back the other way, I don't think we should keep it in one piece.
It's a one-way system.
Yes, but if you can talk to us like that.
It did seem that when he seemed he could hear you when he projected, he could. It didn't seem like he could see everything, but he was vaguely aware of people. But he could definitely communicate through it, but only when it was projected.
Whoops.
Cracks.
Butterfingers.
It may be for the best, as Elora suggested, if there was any way that information could be leaked back. But we must turn to the attention of this news. The Queen steps forward like, yes, I would welcome all of your input on this matter. We are not used to dealing with matters of this nature. An army we could face. Paler is a very competent commander and fighter, but this enemy seems very strange. Trelimar, was it? You seem to understand this magic, or it is similar to your own. Elora and Camulus, it seems that you are competent fighters as well. Lieutenant, how has your scouting mission gone? I understand that you had been investigating somewhat. I have some information that I had not sent you yet, which I forgot to send you, which you do know. Or you can say what you have.
Shall I read out the notes that you gave me beforehand?
You can read those out as well, but I also have some more notes as well.
Sounds like.
Yep. My queen.
Yes.
My scouts and I discovered that these orcs have magics and skills they should not have. They are resistant to charms and fey magic. They commune with They commune with nature, as well as any elf. They're quicker and more agile than they should be. I don't like it.
This is distressing news indeed. Give me a second. I'm just going to write some notes.
I have more information.
There is more on page 2.
Yes, I'm just recalling the information now.
Sorry, I should have written this out beforehand.
Guess you can't suggest. Not that she would, of course.
Why would you do that?
The queen.
Because these guys are just out to
How do we
mess
cut
with
the
me.
power if it's coming from the
Clearly.
People.
I had a plan of how to get out.
My intel has come in now.
I remember now.
Your handwriting.
Oh, sorry. I was writing it really quickly to avoid a bit of in the game.
There is a camp a few hours from the spire. The camp is by an old temple to Melora. There is a pet. No, there is an orc with a pet owlbear who leads the camp.
Owlbear. Convenient.
I returned forthwith because it was too dangerous to investigate further.
Yes, yes, most certainly you will require force. Paler steps forward. It's just like an owlbear. If these orcs, as you say, they are commanding, they are at one with the forest and have managed to capture fey-like beasts, they are could mount a very dangerous force. This is far more dangerous than I expected.
It is disgusting and unnatural. Orcs commanding elven magic and beasts?
An old temple to Melora.
Where do you bury any elves around this area?
Well, you must understand, we are not native to this forest. Our spires traverse the Feywild. Normally, we have not been.
Where would your kind usually bury things?
Would you bury anyone?
Give me a history check. You can give me a history check as well. I seem to remember there were stories, ancient elves who did not live in spires and traverse the Feywild. They did set up settlements in ancient forests and had great communion with the Fey spirits. It could be that this temple was once part of a settlement.
13.
18.
There's not much more you know than what Amherst just said. You know, Trell. There was talk, again, the Dark Elves kind of kept tabs on the Surface Elves. And long, ancient, many years ago, when you were actually more, the two races would work closer together, they weren't enemies. There was a great split where several primordial Fey spirits, ones who were based around aggressive tendencies or the more kind of wild side of nature, did try and rise up and go against the Fey court. And the Fey court and their elven subjects basically imprisoned several of them in ritual chambers, just to keep their spirits. So their spirits would still exist, but they wouldn't be out of control. Some primordial spirits were not dangerous and were allowed to roam free, but some were dangerous enough to be imprisoned. But you don't really know more details of who or what or how or anything like that. On history, you know the exact same thing that I just explained.
Okay, good. It sounds like my queen. I'm bowing further.
Nods to you.
Almost like touching my toes with my head.
You are quite flexible.
Sounds like you need a specialist squad to scout this temple with the assistance of the lieutenant. She can lead us the way.
Yes, would you be willing to do that, Lieutenant? It would be quite dangerous.
How stealthy are you?
If you had any,
We have a bear.
You also have me. I'm an elf. I'm not currently a bear. Thank you.
Joke.
If you had any forces that you were able to spare us, anyone who was willing to come with us.
Payla looks, she steps forward now with the Queen and she's just like, I understand why you would request this. If these orcs can attack inside and outside, I would like to keep our forces here just in case. Besides, my men are excellent at fighting, but I would not send them on a scout. The lieutenant here is the best scout we have. She is probably the stealthiest and best at traversing these forests, especially unknown forests to us. We are new to this area as you are. I think my men would be better served here. I understand your requests, but I believe it is in the best interest of this spire and the Queen to keep them here. However, we do have some supplies I can send you with.
Anything would help.
There may also be something else. This is an ancient forest. There may be other Fey creatures here that may be able to assist us. It's an ancient forest. There may be satyrs or dryads or even sprites or other Fey creatures who may be useful allies. They all have powerful magics of their own. If you could find them, they may be able to assist you if you can.
Don't forget Deathbringer Night Stalker. I'll just hold my arm out and the owl.
Woo! He lands on your thing. As you do that, you, in your pack, begin to sense very strong heat coming from something you placed in there.
Holy shit, my bag's on fire.
Trell's bag starts.
Torch on.
Trell's bag starts glowing with a purple light, just kind of throbbing like.
What's that? What?
And you start to hear the distinct sound of cracking.
Oh my god.
Trells.
Oh my god, I know what's happening.
Trells.
Really
I'm gonna draw my sword immediately because I don't trust
Payla
this.
immediately does as well. What are you doing?
Calm down, folks. This isn't anything to get your knickers in a twist about.
Standing back.
Swords
You
down.
dare
My
lecture
what?
me about my undergarments?
Yes,
Drow.
Lieutenant. And I will gently open the bag.
You open the bag, and this little purple draconic head pokes out. It like looks around, and as you look in, you can see the fragments of the very dark speckled egg that kind of look like the night sky is like broken open, and this purple dragon, a pseudo dragon, crawls up on you, and in your mind, you immediately get the sensation of service and ally. You get these kind of it's not quite words or emotions, but kind of the emotion of like help. I help and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You just get it. There are the stats.
Oh.
Elora is very excited about it.
Troll, you have a demon on your shoulder.
Amorous is like, a pseudo-dragon?
It's my little friend.
What?
Can I go
Where
over?
has this come from?
I want to go over and just like stroke his little.
It like
body.
Don't touch the
in
demon.
your head, you get a sense of wariness and uncertainty, and it kind of like its little head snakes around like.
My owl's matching it as well.
Yeah,
like,
your owl is like, whoo, whoo, as it turns around.
And how does the pseudo-dragon respond?
It like looks at the owl, and they seem to share a moment. Your owl then sort of like turns its head, and then it seems to calm down, and it just gets quite happy.
Oh, are we going to ship the owl and the dragon?
But yeah,
You have a
Amorous is
little
just like,
pet. Give it a name. Give it a name.
I have a name.
You have a
This, my friends, this is Granomir.
Granomir.
Yeah.
a pseudo-dragon is a rare beast indeed. Come by one such as this. Were you carrying an egg in your pack?
I found it on our travels.
That's a great gift. A pseudo-dragon is a most loyal
Place
companion.
with the giant ogre monster that tried to kill us.
I was too busy fighting the giant ogre monster that tried to kill us and deal with that. I'm afraid.
I did go back in after we left. Granomir.
Granomir.
Yes,
Write that down.
it seems that with the pseudo-dragon's appearance, like the elven mage seems to kind of become a lot more like accepting of you. Like he's just like, yeah, these beasts are very selective in their master. It will not choose one with, shall I say, a corrupt heart. It is quite an interesting creature. Yes, a loyal companion. He will serve you well. I'm not quite sure how to tell.
Yeah,
Gender of dragons.
It's a chap.
Has he got a
It's a chap dragon.
Dragon Winky.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a dragon
like a
wang to
thorn.
match your own.
Yeah, and it just kind of like curls up around. It sits on your shoulder.